Here are the 9 contestants preparing themselves for today's show, but only one can win up to £10,000. The other 8 teammates will leave with nothing. Why? Because each of them will be considered the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people behind me could win up to £10,000 today. They don't know each other. However, if they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
Hello, I'm Leon from Huddersfield. I'm 43 and I sell catering equipment.
Hello, I'm Gary. I'm 39. I'm a restaurant manager from Edinburgh.
My name's Rod. I'm a website consultant from London. I'm 41.
Hello, I'm Angela. I'm 40 from West Sussex and I'm a reflexology student.
Hi, I'm Doris from Southport. I'm 70 and I'm retired.
Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm 49 years of age from Peterborough and I'm an internet entrepreneur.
Hello, I'm Louise. I'm 35. I'm from Derry and I'm a police officer.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth. I come from Hereford, where I'm a bookkeeper, and I'm 61.
Hello, my name's Brett. I'm 27 from Torquay and I'm a singer.
Now, the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from 0. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. The first round lasts for 3 minutes. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Angela. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Is Cardiff in North or South Wales?
South Wales.
Correct. Doris, what is the name given to trees that don't lose their leaves in autumn?
Deciduous.
Evergreen. Jeff, in which sport would you use a caddy?
A golf.
Correct. Louise, which element has the chemical symbol He?
Helium.
Correct. Elizabeth, on which children's drama did friends like these presenters Ant and Dec first appear together?
I don't know.
Biker Grove. Brett, is the funny bone on your elbow actually a bone?
Yes.
Correct. Leon, what is the official map-making body of the UK called?
I don't know.
Ordnance Survey. Gary, does the word kamikaze mean divine flight or divine wind?
Divine wind.
Correct. Rod, which country did Iraq invade on the 2nd of August 1990?
Kuwait.
Correct. Angela, what nationality was the playwright Henrik Ibsen?
Finnish.
Norwegian. Doris, what is a supernova?
Pass.
Exploding star. Jeff, which country elected the world's first women MPs, Finland or Sweden?
Finland.
Correct. Louise, which cast member of the film Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels used to play football for Wimbledon Football Club?
Vinnie Jones.
Correct. Elizabeth, which period of early history immediately precedes the Bronze Age?
Stone Age.
Correct.
Bang.
Brett, for £20, what means of vertical travel was invented in 1852?
I don't know.
The lift or the elevator? Leon, what type of animal has a species called Red Admiral?
Butterfly.
Correct. Gary, what was the name of Queen Victoria's husband?
George.
Albert. Rod, Nassau is the capital of which group of islands?
Bahamas.
Correct. Angela, which ABBA song did Westlife cover for their 1999 Christmas single?
Pass.
I Have a Dream. Doris, how many years of marriage does the silver wedding anniversary
25.
celebrate? Correct. Jeff, who plays the female lead in the film Shakespeare in Love?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
For £20 in mythology, Odin was one of the principal gods for which civilization?
The Norse mythology.
Correct. Elizabeth. On a London Underground map, what colour is the district line?
Red.
Green. Brett. The Matterhorn is in which European mountain range?
Spanish.
The Alps. Leon. What property on a Monopoly board is named after a pub?
Old Kent Road.
The Angel Islington. Gary. What's a second full moon in a month known as?
No idea.
Blue moon. Rod. Why is carbon dioxide added to some soft drinks?
To make them fizz.
Correct. Angela. We are out of time. You have banked only £150. Now, you could have won 1,000. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The strongest link is Louise, with the most right answers and £50 banked for the team. The statistics also show that Angela and Elizabeth are joint weakest links, having lost the team the same amount of money. But how will the votes go?
OK, pens down, voting over. Please reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Doris.
Brett.
Brett.
Gary. Elizabeth.
Leon.
Elizabeth.
Angela.
Elizabeth.
Brett, why Elizabeth?
Because I felt she should have banked when it got to a certain point and she didn't.
You only got the same amount right and wrong as Elizabeth, of course.
Did I? I didn't realise that.
Right, Gary, why Brett?
It took a considerable long time with that question. He got horrendously wrong.
I noticed you were telling other people what to do.
No, I was trying to persuade people to bank when it got to the 200 mark, but
Right.
nobody was looking.
What's odd about that is you didn't bank anything yourself.
I didn't win anything. I only won the £20.
Right. Now, Elizabeth, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
When people turned their cards over, I felt blooming horrible. I couldn't believe that there was 3 of them, and I had a quick count up the others, and there was only 2 of each of those. I think probably in the next round that Doris might go, because she was hesitant as well, and I do feel the others are stronger than Doris.
Right, round 2. You have won £150 so far. Not a great example of scholarship. You could have had a possible £1,000, and there are 8 players left now. We are taking 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Louise. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Louise, which day of each week is the Muslim holy day?
Saturday.
Friday. Brett, in which European capital city is the singer Jim Morrison buried?
I don't know.
Paris. Leon, just which 2 motorways cross each other just north of Bristol?
The M5 and the M4.
Correct. Gary, in which month was the Chelsea Flower Show held this year?
May.
Correct. Rod.
Bank.
In Tantric Hinduism, how many main chakras does the human body have?
9.
7. Angela, in which country was Hans Christian Andersen born?
Denmark.
Correct. Doris, what name is given to the study of plant life?
Sorry, could you repeat it?
What name is given to the study of plant life?
Botany.
Correct. Jeff, on which street is the Bank of England?
Threadneedle Street.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
For £20, in which English county would you find Land's End?
Don't know.
Cornwall. Brett, which Welshman won the 2000 World Professional Snooker Championship?
Ken Doherty.
Mark Williams. Leon, which artist became famous for painting tins of soup?
Andy Warhol.
Correct. Gary, how many milk teeth does a child have in a full set?
2.
20. Rod, who is the host of Radio 1's breakfast show?
Zoe Ball.
Sarah Cox. Angela, which is the smallest planet in the solar system?
Mercury.
Pluto. Doris. In Brazil, who is known as Papa Noel?
The President.
Father Christmas. Jeff. What ocean contains the point 0 degrees longitude, 0 degrees latitude?
Arctic.
The Atlantic. Louise. Which US playwright wrote The Crucible?
Miller. Arthur Miller.
Correct. Brett. In how many films has Pierce Brosnan played James Bond?
2.
3. Leon. What colour together with yellow is the Spanish flag?
Red.
Correct. Gary. What Somerset town claims the final resting place of the legendary King Arthur?
Don't know.
Glastonbury. Rod. What is a snapdragon?
A flower.
Correct. Angela.
Bank.
Which bank? So for £20, which P composed the operas Madame Butterfly and La Bohème?
Puccini.
Correct. Doris. Who invented the telephone?
Baird.
Alexander Graham Bell. Jeff. Which Scottish city hosts an annual arts festival every August?
Glasgow. Bank. Oh, sorry.
Edinburgh.
Sorry.
Louise. What is the name of the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Quasimodo.
You're out of time. I can't accept your answer. And team, you've missed out on another £1,000 target. This time, you only banked £170. Who's simply not up to the job? One of you is about to leave the studio with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Brett is the weakest link, having failed to answer any of his questions correctly. Leon is the strongest link with the most right answers. But how will the team vote?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Brett.
Doris.
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 Brett.
Brett.
Doris.
Doris.
Gary, why Doris?
I thought she took a wee bit too long to answer. Yeah, a wee bit.
Brett, why Doris?
I just felt that she did take a little too long on answering her questions.
She got one right, didn't she?
I know she did.
Yeah. You didn't get any right.
I know I didn't.
Leon, why Brett?
He didn't get any questions right.
You're quite right, he was the weakest link, but Doris, with 5 votes, according to the team, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
In my last game, Brett got 3 wrong, but he didn't lose as many votes as I did. But I think it's just that people's memories play tricks on them. I feel sure that Brett will come out of the next round because he has been the weakest link on the 2 rounds so far and got away with it each time.
OK, round 3. You've won a not very impressive £320 so far when you could have won 2,000. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. We're going to start with the strongest link from the last round. So that's Leon. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. What is basmati a variety of?
Rice.
Correct. Gary, which city hosted the 1996 Olympic Games?
Canada.
Atlanta. Rod, acetic acid is the basis of which condiment?
Pepper.
Vinegar. Angela, which nuts traditionally top a Dundee cake?
Almonds.
Correct. Jeff, what does a bat use to negotiate flying in the dark?
His wings.
Sonar. Louise, who is the current host of the BBC's sports quiz They Think It's All Over?
Sue Lawley.
Nick Hancock. Brett, how is 6th of June 1944 more commonly known?
D-Day.
Correct. Leon, what would you specifically call a native of Moscow, Russia?
Muscovite.
Correct.
Bank.
Gary, for £20, which profession was Fleet Street traditionally associated with?
Newspapers.
Correct. Rod, In the cartoon film Snow White, which is the only seven dwarfs without a beard?
Doc.
Dopey. Angela, where in the human body are there rods and cones?
In the eyes.
Yes, correct. Jeff, which Elvis Presley single contains spoken lines from Shakespeare?
Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?
Are you lonesome tonight? Louise, in mathematics, what name is given to the number below the line in a fraction?
Denominator.
Correct. Brett, which civilization built the Hanging Gardens, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world?
I don't know.
Babylonians. Leon, the heart of which British resorts promenade is known as the Golden Mile?
Blackpool.
Correct. Gary, what does the culinary term cordon bleu literally mean?
Cook to order.
Blue ribbon. Rod, which of these oils is a well-known laxative, castor oil or linseed oil?
Castor oil.
Correct. Angela,
Bang.
for £20. In the 1999 film Entrapment, who starred opposite Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Sean Connery.
Correct. Jeff, what is the least number of darts required to finish a game of 301?
9.
6. Louise, King Henry VI founded which public school in 1440?
Eton.
Correct. Brett, which is the only bird that can fly backwards?
I don't know.
The hummingbird. Leon, Delia Smith is a board member of which football club?
Norwich City.
Correct.
Bank.
Gary, for £20, the lychee fruit originates from which country?
Japan.
China. Rod, which European country was the first? Right, your time is up. You've only banked £90, so you've missed your £1,000 target yet again. Who's letting you down? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Jeff got all his questions wrong, so statistically he's the weakest link. The strongest link with all his questions answered correctly is Leon. But without knowing these statistics, how will the team vote?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Brett.
Jeff.
Brett.
Gary.
Brett.
Gary.
Gary.
We have a tie. Brett and Gary have 3 votes. Jeff, why did you vote for Brett?
Really on sort of performances over all the rounds. Just thought not been up to speed.
Louise, why did you vote for Gary?
I think if we can't bank on Gary getting his own particular questions right, i.e. catering, doesn't bode well for the rest of the questions.
Right, well, when the vote is tied, the strongest link from the last round has to cast the deciding vote. So, Leon, as the strongest link, would you rather get rid of Gary or Brett?
Brett.
Why?
I can't remember him answering a question correctly.
You've got off lightly, haven't you, Gary?
Absolutely, thank goodness.
Brett, you are the weakest link. Leon has said so. Goodbye.
I don't think Gary should still be there because he, to me, has been the weakest link, and I think he should have been voted off on that round and not myself. I think he should be gone now. He stood here. I think the weakest link in the next round will be Gary because I feel that he has lost a little bit of confidence as well, and I think that he'll be slightly rattled, feeling that he's very, very lucky to still be there, and that'll play on his mind.
OK, round 4. You've won £410 so far. That's out of potential prize money of £3,000. There are 6 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. You now have just 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Leon. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Leon, how many wings does a bee have?
4.
Correct. Gary, In computing, what does the M stand for in RAM?
Modem.
Memory. Rod, complete the title of this Steve Martin film, Dead Men Don't Wear...
Plaid.
Correct. Angela, in which sport do two cars race each other over a quarter of a mile?
Rally car.
Drag racing. Jeff, what do Americans call the game of drafts?
Checkers.
Correct. Louise, how many days are there in the month of August?
31.
Correct.
Bank.
Leon, for £20, what was the surname of the writer whose first names were Edgar Allan?
Poe.
Correct. Gary, who was the first British Labour Prime Minister?
Aston.
Ramsay MacDonald. Rod, the finale of The Proms takes place every year in which building?
Albert Hall.
Correct. Angela, which sportsman is associated with the expression "you cannot be serious"?
John McEnroe.
Correct. Jeff, what is the currency of Spain?
Peseta.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
For £20, how many terminals are there at Heathrow Airport?
4.
Correct. Leon, what name is given to the study of the geological past and fossils?
Pass.
Paleontology. Gary, what is the name of the flat board which artists mix their paints on?
Pass.
Palette. Rod, Kofi Annan is Secretary General of which organisation?
United Nations.
Correct. Angela, what is a gemstone's weight measured in?
Carrot.
Correct. Jeff, in the story of Samson and Delilah, what part of Samson is associated with his extraordinary strength?
His hair.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
For £20, Morrissey was the lead singer of which band?
The Smiths.
Correct. Leon, in medicine, what does a cardiologist study?
The heart.
Correct. Gary, what forest is associated with the legendary Robin Hood?
Nottingham.
Sherwood. Rod, what is the highest mountain in Greece?
Don't know.
Mount Olympus. Angela, how is somnambulism more commonly known?
Sleepwalking.
Correct. Jeff, which comedian's catchphrase was just like that?
Tommy Cooper.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
For £20, Ficus elastica is the botanical name of which houseplant?
Rubber plant.
Correct. Leon, which character in the TV series Only Fools and Horses? You're out of time. You've missed your £1,000 target in that round again. You won £300. Well, frankly, someone is simply not up to the job and you cannot afford to carry them any longer. It is time to vote off the weakest link.
The round's weakest link statistically is Gary, who failed to answer a single question correctly. With the most right answers and the most money banked for the team, Louise is the strongest link. But how will the vote go?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Gary.
Angela.
Gary.
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 Well, not much disagreement there. Angela, why Gary?
I don't think he actually got any right this time.
Jeff, why Gary?
I think he even knows he's got to go.
Gary, what do you think of everybody voting you off?
They're off the Christmas card list, that's for sure.
Do you think they'll miss you shouting at them and pulling faces?
Probably not.
OK, we'll see. Gary, with 5 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I don't know, it's completely different up there. You think you can know the questions when you're sitting watching TV and all this question. It's hellish up there. Absolutely hellish.
Right, round 5. Your total is £710 so far. Of course, if you'd hit your targets, it would be £4,000. There are 5 players left, another 10 seconds coming off the time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Louise. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Louise, what name was given to the American equivalent of British Music Hall?
Vaudeville.
Correct. Leon, in history, which country sent the Armada to England?
Spain.
Correct. Rod, in tennis, what name is given to a stroke that returns the ball before it bounces?
A volley.
Correct. Angela.
Bank.
Who, for £20, who is the patron saint of children?
St Nicholas.
Correct. Jeff. What profession does Robin Williams' character play in the film Dead Poets Society?
A teacher.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
The pulmonary, for £20, the pulmonary artery carries blood from the heart to which part of the body, the brains or the lungs?
The lungs.
Correct. Leon. Bern is the capital city of which European country?
Switzerland.
Correct.
Bank.
Rod. The real name of which British television presenter is Priscilla White?
Cilla Black.
Correct. Angela. What part of the skeleton is also known as the patella?
Kneecap.
Correct. Jeff. How many stars were there on the original flag of the United States?
15.
12. Louise.
Bank.
In which country is the novel The Jewel in the Crown set?
India.
Correct. Leon. In what country does the Joshua Tree originate?
Israel.
America. Rod. Author John le Carré writes which type of novels?
Spy novels.
Correct. Angela. What was the name of the first US space shuttle which made its maiden flight in 1981? Columbia or Discovery?
Discovery.
Columbia. Jeff. Who has taken most wickets for England in Test cricket?
Fred Truman.
Ian Botham. Louise. In which county is the seaside resort of Bournemouth?
Blackpool.
Dorset. Leon. In the Bible, who led the children of Israel out of captivity in Egypt?
Moses.
Correct. Rod. Which actress's novel Primetime tells of life behind the scenes on a TV soap opera?
No idea.
Joan Collins. Angela. Which actor starred in the film Last Action Hero?
Sylvester Stallone.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jeff. If A is Alpha and F is Foxtrot, what is H?
Harry.
Hotel. Louise. Complete the title of the song by Ian Drury and the Blockheads. Hit me with your...
Rhythm stick.
Your time is up. You're out of time. I can't take your answer. You've fallen short of your £1,000 target yet again. You have banked £200. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The statistics make Jeff the weakest link with the least correct answers in this round. He also lost the most money for the team. But will the other players have realised that?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Angela.
Jeff.
Rod.
Angela.
Jeff.
Well, we have a tie. Jeff and Angela have 2 votes each. Leon, why Angela?
I think overall, over all the rounds, she's probably out of all of us here now the weakest link.
Rod, why Jeff?
I think he got quite a few wrong that round.
Well, as you know, when the vote is tied, the strongest link can decide who they want to get rid of. The strongest link is Louise. So, Louise, would you rather get rid of Jeff or Angela?
I think I'll stick with my original decision, Jeff.
Right? Well, Jeff, statistically, you are the weakest link. And not only that, but Louise wants to get rid of you. So, Jeff, as the weakest link, goodbye.
I think Angela should have gone because of her performance in previous rounds. Even Louise, who voted me out and had the final vote, you know, answered Blackpool for Where's Bournemouth, which is an absolutely ludicrous sort of answer. And yet she had the vote to vote me out, which I think was absolutely out of order. I think obviously without me they're going to struggle. I don't see them winning a great deal of money now, and they've lost probably the best member there. My prediction is that Angela will go out next, without a doubt, and I am a betting man and I'd like to bet my life savings on that one.
Round 6. Well, you've won A grand total of £910 when you could have won £5,000. There are 4 of you left. We are cutting another 10 seconds from your time. We are going to start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Louise. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock, Louise. What type of gun is a Walther PPK?
Rifle.
It's a pistol. Leon, wombats are native to which country?
Australia.
Correct. Rod, which writer and cartoonist was the creator of The Snowman?
Don't know.
Raymond Briggs. Who did Elizabeth II succeed to the British throne?
George VI.
Correct. Louise, what is the more common name for the gas nitrous oxide?
Pass.
Laughing gas. Leon, what has been the official currency in Liechtenstein since 1921? German mark or Swiss franc?
The mark.
Swiss franc. Rod, Sandra Rhodes and Vivienne Westwood are leading figures in which field?
Designer clothes.
Fashion. We'll take that. Angela, what is the longest possible parliamentary term in Britain?
5 years.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
For £20, which legendary Brazilian football player was known as the Black Pearl?
Pele.
Correct. Leon. Which city was the birthplace of Mozart?
Vienna.
Salzburg. Rod. In nautical terms, which side of a ship is referred to as the starboard side?
The left side.
Right. Angela. In TV, what Christian name is shared by the actors who play Chandler and Joey in Friends?
Matt.
Correct. Louise. What is the name of the private eye hero in the novel The Big Sleep?
Humphrey Bogart.
Philip Marlowe. Leon. In mathematics, the number 3.14 is usually represented by which Greek letter?
Pi.
Correct. Rod. The city New Orleans stands on which river?
The Mississippi.
Correct. Angela.
Bank.
How is the period of tension between East and West following World War II better known?
Cold War.
Correct. Louise. Which pie is a traditional Thanksgiving dessert in the USA?
Pumpkin pie.
Correct.
Bank.
Leon. What is the voltage of the electric main supply in the United Kingdom?
240.
Correct. Rod. OK, time's up. Another £1,000 have gone begging. You have only £150 from that round. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Louise is the weakest link because she answered the least questions correctly. The strongest link is Angela, who got all her questions right during this round. But who will collect the most votes?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Rod.
Louise.
Rod.
Angela.
Leon. Why Rod?
I didn't think he answered as many questions that round as he has done before.
You got as many wrong as he did. And Rod, why Louise?
Because she had a bad round, although she probably is the strongest player in fairness, but she had a bad round there.
Well, Louise, you did have a bad round.
I certainly did.
A Walther PPK. You're a policewoman. Didn't you know what that was?
I don't think I'll ever be allowed to forget it again.
And in fact, statistically, you were the weakest link in that round. But nothing's quite that fair. Rod, with 2 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Angela should be standing there right now, not me. I think in the next round that Leon will probably go out because the girls are going to gang up on him.
Well, team, round 7. You have £1,060 out of the 6,000 you could have won. 3 of you are left. Another 10 seconds is coming off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Angela. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Angela, which slow-moving animal has 2-toed and 3-toed varieties?
Sloth.
Correct. Louise, what do visitors traditionally throw into the Trevi Fountain in Rome to be sure of returning to the city?
Coins.
Correct. Leon, who wrote The Adventures of Tom Sawyer?
Pass.
Mark Twain. Angela, which alternative therapy was founded on the principle that like cures like?
Homeopathy.
Correct. Louise, which 1985 Steven Spielberg film was nominated for 11 Oscars but ended up winning none?
The colour purple.
Correct. Leon, in nature the common stinkhorn is a type of what?
Weed.
Mushroom. Angela, in which country is Maastricht?
Denmark.
Netherlands. Louise, which Swedish pop group's name came from the first letters of its members' Christian names?
ABBA.
Correct. Leon, name the present Archbishop of Canterbury.
Runce.
Dr. George Leonard Carey. Angela, in which country would you be if you were spending a shekel?
Israel.
Correct. Louise, what is the lightest chemical element?
Helium.
Hydrogen. Leon, in television, what was the zip code for the American teenage drama set in Beverly Hills?
90210.
Correct. Angela, which colour is associated with the Liberal Democratic Party?
Yellow.
Correct. Louise,
Bank.
the Great Exhibition of 1851 was held in which park?
Crystal Palace.
Hyde Park. Leon, who assumed the presidency of Chile in 1973 after a military coup?
Pinochet.
Correct. Angela, in maths, simultaneous and quadratic are type of what?
Equations.
Correct. Louise.
Bank.
Complete the name of this pop group from the 70s. Earth, Wind and...
Fire.
Correct. Leon, in which country is the city of Marrakesh?
Morocco.
Correct. Angela.
Bank.
Which singer who topped the singles charts in 1981 played professional football for Real Madrid?
Julio Iglesias.
Correct. We are out of time. You didn't reach your £1,000 target. You backed only £150. Now, in round 8, you get the chance to treble what you bank. That means in the next round, there's £3,000 to be won. Who won't cope with the pressure? Who can't answer quickly enough? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Again, Angela is the strongest link in this round. Leon is the weakest link with the least correct answers and the most money lost for the team. But will the voting follow the facts?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Louise.
Leon.
Leon.
Louise, why did you vote for Leon?
I think Angela has steadily been gathering momentum and she had some good answers in that last particular round.
Right, and Angela?
I felt of Louise and Leon that Leon was the weaker of the two.
Leon, is that how you spell Louise?
It is now.
2 votes, the 2 women. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think I knew before they turned the cards over that they had my name on because of the poor performance, and it's a sickening feeling. It is very nice. I think Angela's probably lucky to be there at the final. She was quite weak earlier on, but there were weaker team members, so she kept in. I think Louise is probably the stronger one overall.
Right, round 8. You've won £1,210 so far, but of course by now you could have won £7,000. Louise and Angela, this time you have just 90 seconds, but whatever you win in this round will be treble and added to your total to make up your final prize money. £3,000 is at stake in this round. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round, that's Angela. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Angela, who according to playwright Christopher Marlowe had a face that launched 1,000 ships?
Helen of Troy.
Correct. Louise, how long is a presidential term of office in the USA?
4 years.
Correct. Angela, which word used in card games is a shortened form of the word triumph?
Pass.
Trump. Louise, what colour are the flowers of the laburnum plant?
Purple.
Yellow. Angela, according to the Bible, which ship took to the waters on the 25th of November 2348 BC?
Noah's Ark.
Correct. Louise, who plays the male lead in the film It's a Wonderful Life?
The male lead, James Stewart.
Correct. Angela.
Bank.
Lack of which vitamin causes scurvy?
C.
Correct. Louise, in which art movement was Renoir a major figure?
The Impressionists.
Correct. Angela, which gas comprises about 78% of the air that we breathe, nitrogen or oxygen?
Nitrogen.
Correct.
Bank.
What sea is a thin French pancake?
Cleopatra.
Crepe. Well banked. Angela, what did Tony and Cherie Blair call their fourth child?
Leo.
Correct. Louise, the Moonlight Sonata was originally written for which instrument?
The piano.
Correct. Angela, the
Bank.
system of flyovers on the M6 near Birmingham is more commonly known as what?
Spaghetti Junction.
Correct. Louise, what is watching you? Time's up. I can't ask the question. You didn't make it to £1,000, you only won £200, but we'll treble that and add it to the winnings from the previous rounds. That means prize money today of £1,810. Only one of you, of course, can take that money away. You will be playing against each other head to head. I'll ask alternate questions, best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It's as simple as that. So, Louise and Angela, for £1,810. Let's play The Weakest Link. Angela, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll let Louise go first.
Louise, step forward. Louise, the character Noddy was created by which author?
Enid Blyton.
Correct. Angela, which artist exhibited a tiger shark in a tank in 1991?
Damien Hirst.
Correct. Louise, step forward, please. What does AD stand for, as in 2000 AD?
Anno Domini.
Correct. Angela, what is Paul McCartney's first name?
John.
James. First incorrect answer. Louise, £1,810 could be yours. Hanoi is the capital of which country?
Vietnam.
Correct. Angela, who is the director and star of the Oscar-winning film Life is Beautiful?
Robin Williams.
Roberto Benigni. Louise, caviar is the roe of which fish?
The sturgeon.
Correct. Louise, you are the strongest link. You go away with £1,810. Angela, you leave with nothing. You've been watching The Weakest Link. Goodbye.
It has to be the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done.
It started to feel very tense up there because you're more aware that there's only a few of you and it's more personalised.
When the cards were flicked around, it really was a lovely feeling to see your name possibly no more than once, because really you can't help but take it personally.